Finally, we've come to the end of the great habit or the habit that makes a great marriage. Yes, I'm so excited and I'm filled with so much gratitude to God for the grace that He enabled me with to actually start the series and also come to the end of that series. And it doesn't mean that we're not still going to talk about things that we can still do to have a great marriage. So, hello viewers, hello family, welcome to Empathy Connect YouTube channel. My name is Odrayo Blessing. This channel was born out of a passion to see marriage blossom. I am married, and getting married was something that I always look forward to. But when I got married, I realized that it actually takes a lot of learning, relearning and unlearning to stay in marriage, because marriage is real hard work, and that is why I embarked on this journey to share with people things that you can do, yes, that you can put in place to have a great marriage. So if you are joining for the first time, I started a series. I've released about 4 videos on this particular topic on how to create a healthy marriage. So now this is the last habit that makes a great marriage. Yes, I said we're going to be speaking about 6 great habits, 6 habit that makes a great marriage. Yes, and so we started with self-responsibility. The second habit was honoring your spouse, while the third habit was friendship. The fourth habit was communication. The fifth habit we spoke about is the conflict resolution. That is the conflict model, which was the last video. And then uh, the final habit is going to be shared vision. This cannot actually, you can't scrape it out of marriage, because of course when individuals, when before we become couples, there is this way that you have your own vision, your spouses have his own vision, of course. So coming together, you need to actually come to a, should I say, an agreement of the vision that the family wants to run with. And what do I mean by that? I believe everybody knows what vision means. So now, when we talk about shared vision, I believe at this juncture, you're ready to cooperatively, yes, work with your spouse to achieve a vision for the family, yes, and you're ready to put in structures, yes, to actually fulfill this particular vision. And I mean, doing it, you have to enjoy it. It has to bring you peace. It has to bring you a depth of fulfillment, yes. And that is why when you see most couples that probably one of the couple, yes, it can be the woman or the man, if they are not fulfilled in the marriage, it means probably they are only working with a single vision, which means it can be the man's vision and not just a shared vision with the home. I remember in our relationship, yes, when I think we're just maybe few months into our courtship, then when I met my husband, probably like 6 months or 3 months, he wrote out a particular list. He just came to me, he wrote out a letter. I think I still have the letter in my box. Yes, I kept it in my wedding box because it was golden to me. He wrote out those letters and he brought it to me. He wrote out a lot of vision, and he said, I'm not going into ministry, but these are the ministry that I have. These are my passion. These are the vision I want to run with. So he wrote about a lot. Yes, he wrote it, but I actually, I appreciate it. Yes, because it meant a lot to me. It shows that, okay, yes, I found the one. And then reading through that letter, I realized that, okay, I think we are actually in alignment with purpose. It's just that what I did then was just to add. Yes, I only added mine, which I feel it was missing. And then when he saw it, he knew that, okay, yes, it seems to him as if he forgot to add that. That's because we're actually in alignment with our purposes and with our vision. Now, let me tell you how couples can actually live in a fulfilling marriage. Yes, a purpose-filled and a vision, a realized vision. Am I right? Or a vision, yes, a vision oriented marriage. I don't know if that word is correct, but you should understand what I'm saying. So now, for you to have a great marriage, one of the things you need to do is you need to look for a way to have a shared vision in the family, and that is what we'll talk about. We're going to be talking about, I'm going to start with how to create a shared vision, how to create your shared vision. The first thing you need to do is that the two of you needs to actually ponder. Yes, individual pondering. You need to sit down, ponder on what exactly you want to achieve. Yes, what's your spouse's vision and what's your own vision. That's the first thing you need to do. Please don't make a mistake. You can just get a book, let your spouse write as you write your own too. So once that is done, the next thing you do is individually again, you define your ideal vision. After pondering on it, individually define your ideal vision. So once your ideal vision has been defined, the next thing is to now share and modify your list based on each other input. I'm actually talking based on experience. Even though, growing in marriage, marriage is all about growth, because of course, the age I got married is not the age I am now. And my reality then is different from my reality now. So it's possible that vision tends to, be modified over time, because, while I was actually not married, I look forward to working in an official settings, doing a cooler job. But over time, when I got into marriage, I realized that, okay, the vision has changed. For us to build an empire, we need this, we need this. So it's possible that over time, as you grow, your realities begin to change. And that's why you need to share your vision with your spouse for modification, for modification's sake, and also you allow your spouse to have an input in your vision. So after then, the next thing is you write and jointly work together. Yes, you jointly work together to create your shared vision. From what I said the same thing happened, though in relationship I still we work towards it then in relationship. But when we got married, there was a time that a pause need to actually go into some things, because responsibility setting, but it doesn't mean we've forgotten. It only means that we actually give priorities, yes, to those visions. So what I'm saying is, if you feel unfulfilled in your marriage, could it be that you've not actually reaching out or shared your vision with your spouse? A reasonable spouse knows exactly what the passion and vision of your older half means. And when you work together to create a shared vision, the family lives in fulfillment, they lives in purpose. Yes, they lives in enjoyment. They are always happy. There is nothing like, I feel unfulfilled in this marriage. So once all of this is done and you two have agreed, yes, you've shared your vision, the next thing is, let's create structure. For some, if you feel like you need to build a house, you need to put a structure in place. It it will get to a point that if you are married and you've not owned an accommodation yet, you can just, as a man is always proposing towards the future. But women, there's this way that we just want to enjoy the present, and we want to, explore. So as a man, you need to let your wife know about you going for a structure and how you can put it in place. How you can, going for a building and how you can put a structure in place. Probably you minimize your expenses, you set up a business, you find streams of income. And if you have a vision of ministering to the impaired, catching them young, anything, just write it down. Ensure your partner is being carried along. You set an alarm, then you write sticky notes. You can set a reminder or write it somewhere in a corner of the house where you people can see it. That is just the way to actually fulfill the vision as soon as possible, because even the Bible said, write the vision down, wait for it, it will come to pass in an appointed time. So if you don't write it down, and put the structure in place, it's possible that the two individual involved in the marriage might over on the long run be frustrated or feel unfulfilled in the marriage. And of course you don't want to live in an unfulfilled marriage. So I'm telling you, as a couple now, if you're listening alone or you're listening with your spouse, I'm begging you to please write down the vision, share it with your spouse, put the structure in place, and also when that is done, you both can live and have a great marriage without anyone feeling left behind. So this is where this is habit that makes a great marriage. This is where it ends. And from there, I believe that I have done my part. I am trusting the Holy Spirit to also do his part. I'm trusting God to minister more into your heart, and I'm trusting you also to put in place everything you've learned. Yes, everything you've learned in this particular series, because it's going to help you. Now that we are done with all these habits, I think what I would love to tell you that listening to all of this is not enough. Listening is not enough. It's just like the Bible saying that hearing the word is not enough, but practicing it is enough. So I'm going to share with you some marriage rituals, yes, that can help you practice all of this. And one of these is you have to engage in weekly power. Yes, when I say weekly power, I mean you can every week, probably a Sunday, yes, or a Saturdays. Please ensure you have a date with your spouse. I have about 3 weekly power, weekly date, and also a quarterly getaway. It helps a lot. You see, for that weekly power, it's just about you nurturing admiration, talking about conflict, any unresolved conflict, appreciating one another about what you did well during the week. How was the week for you? What did I do that I was not supposed to do? Did you feel fulfilled this week? Were we able to achieve our set goals? Were we able to do this? Did you enjoy my company? What happened? Do you meet new people? So this is just what weekly power is about. Talk about things that is going well and things. If you extend it, the thing is, the longer it takes for you to sit down and talk about things, that's the more the distance. Yes, you are just building up distance in the home. So if you need to actually talk, and one thing again, I said weekly dates, please don't choke with this weekly date. Even us, I know we at default of this, yes, we fall short of this as a family, because a lot of responsibility comes in, and all I realize is that we miss each other over time. But responsibility just sets in. So but you put in effort. Yes, if you are intentional about it, it will happen. So it's not necessarily you go to an eatery, but just ensure that even if it's you alone without the children, try and do it. A weekly date resets the factory, it resets the love, it brings couples together, it helps you love each other, it helps you feel loved, feel seen, feel valued. And also the last one is quarterly getaway. Please ensure that this quarterly getaway is just for you and your. You see, in marriage, when children comes in, you will know that you are actually exhausted. It will just do you like film, because you will just see that Monday, Tuesday till Sundays, you are still with the children. So you need to plan a quarterly getaway for, a refreshment. Yes, for you to actually, refill the love in your home and see each other without the children, because last the children will still leave you when they grow up. So you need to start building put the structure in place. You need to start, loving up on each other, because it's still going to be you two at the end of it all. So I just hope that I've said enough, and I hope that this series has helped you. This video has helped you. If it has really helped you, please don't forget to drop a comment, like also, because it just make people to see more of this video, and share with someone also, and tell me in the comment section which part of this habit are you putting in place or do you love the most. Thank you so much for watching. This is not the end of all the videos. Of course, I'm still going to release more videos on the channel. So till then, engage with my other videos that I've posted in a long time is still there. Yes, I've done a lot of videos, trying out speaking. Just this is just me being authentic and speaking about the realities of life, realities of marriage. Yes, marriage is sweet, but it requires intentionality, hard work, love, loyalty, and even God to have a fulfilling one. So I pray with you that may your marriage be among the best. And if you are yet to marry, you will experience an heaven and earth all in Jesus' name. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad that I could share this with you. I feel so fulfilled concluding this episode. Yes, concluding this particular series. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care of yourself, and until then, bye.